A powerful African true life story of the strongest man in the world. The strongest man in the world is an African whose name is unknown. If you're not from Africa, you may have never heard about this man or even know that he exists. But if you are African, then you probably know about him and his incredible strength. The man was born in Africa with the gift of extraordinary strength. He is so strong that he can lift cars above his head and walk long distances while carrying heavy loads. He is also very tall and weighs over 300 pounds, despite his size. He is surprisingly fast and agile. As a child, he was already considered a prodigy because of his incredible strength. Villagers would bring their farm animals to him to carry them across rivers, and he would easily do it without even breaking a sweat. As he grew older, his strength grew with him, and he became known throughout the region as a man who could do the impossible. People would come from miles around just to watch him perform his amazing feats of strength. One day, a group of European tourists came across the village where the man lived, and they were amazed by what they saw. They had heard stories of the man's strength, but they didn't believe them until they saw him for themselves. The tourists challenged him to a contest of strength, and they brought in all sorts of heavy objects for him to lift, push, and pull. But the man amazed them all by easily doing everything they threw at him. The tourists were in awe of his power, and they offered him a chance to come with them back to their country and become famous for his incredible abilities. But the man refused and said that he was happy with his life in the village and didn't want to leave. The tourists were disappointed, but they respected his decision, and they left the village. After the tourists left, the man went back to his normal life. He continued to help the villagers with their tasks and amaze anyone who came across his village. But as time passed, more and more people started to forget about him and his amazing feats of strength. The man was sad to see that people were forgetting about him, but he didn't do it for fame or recognition anyway. He continued to live a simple life in the village, helping the villagers and keeping their animals. One day, a group of scientists came to the village to study the man and his strength. They wanted to find out if there was a scientific explanation for his incredible abilities. But after examining him and running tests, they couldn't find anything wrong with him. They concluded that he was simply born with superhuman strength. The scientists were amazed by their discovery, and they published their findings in a national journal. This brought the man's abilities back into the public eye, and people started to remember him again. But even with all the attention, the man remained humble and continued to live a simple life in the village. He didn't want to be famous or make a lot of money. He was just happy to be able to help the villagers and live a peaceful life. Today, the man is still living in his village, and although most people have forgotten about him, he continues to amaze those who are lucky enough to witness his incredible feats of strength. His story is a reminder that there are still many mysteries in our world that we may never fully understand. And it shows that even the most extraordinary abilities can be found in the most unexpected places. The man's real name is not known because he didn't make up any name when the white men came to his village, so they just called him African Strong Man. Thank you for watching this channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest news. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next time.